Welcome everybody. And
welcome.
Richa and I will do a training, as you know. That's what this taster is for. And what we'll do is we'll talk a little bit about training and what we plan to do there. And also we'll do a meditation, of course, from the Book of Secrets. And then we'll also explain how we're going to approach that in the training and what different aspects of the meditations and the facilitating we'll be looking at together with you. If you're going to be in the training, and I have to say, I don't know if everybody has done the OMIDAF training, but that is a prerequisite. So I don't know if that was a prerequisite for the taster. And if you haven't done that, you're very welcome in the taster. But the training, for the training, there is a prerequisite that you have done the OMIDAF training, which is a trainer to facilitate OSHO active meditations. Because that OSHO active meditations are really a prerequisite for these meditations. OSHO created those active meditations especially so that you can do these meditations that we will be doing. And that the same goes for facilitating, of course. So we'll look at meditations in depth. We'll do meditations in the training so that you have an experience of as many meditations as we can. And we'll do, Richa, 21 meditations in 7 days. We have 3 hours per day. So time, we made a rough estimate. So time to do 3 meditations, look at our experiences, share our experiences, look at how to facilitate these meditations, where they lead, what is the outcome of these meditations, how you can use them in your daily life, and of course how to get other people to taste these meditations, because it's a training to facilitate a course in Book of Secret meditations. It's not a trainer's training. It's so that you can, and many of you, if you've done OMIDAF, you've tasted Book of Secret meditations. If you do any courses, you probably use some Book of Secret meditations because they are so simple in a way, but also they really go so deep in a short time.
And also many of you might have done a lot of Book of Secrets meditations already, might have shared Book of Secrets meditations already. And in this training, we are going to look in depth, like Sudheer said, in depth into some of the meditations, because it has to do with various aspects of the life that we are living in and how to share it with people in this point of time when humanity is going through so much. It could be stress, it could be anxiety, it could be any kind of topic, and how you as facilitators can share these methods so that people can go to that space which we know as meditation.
And in the past, we have created certain structures for many of these meditations. And just recently, we looked at these meditations and how to present them. And the meditations itself are, in a way, without structure, because most of these meditations you do in your daily life, and that has its own structure or unstructure. So structures in that sense, are not really fitting for meditations that you have to do while you're doing something else, while you're living your life. So most meditations we've left the structure out, but there is a whole team that has rewritten and sometimes rewritten practical guides with steps. Now, steps is something very different than stages. Steps can be 1 minute or 5 minutes or 10 minutes. There can be one step or many steps. Some meditations, the steps are very long because you have to do something for a very long time every day. Sometimes the steps are very short. And also we've re-looked at the use of music for meditations. And in the past, we thought, well, Osho created the active meditations with music, and music is such a important part of these meditations. But if you do meditations in your daily life while you're doing something else, it's impossible to, oh, now I have to put on the music and then do this and then do steps. So we've or maybe unstructured all these meditations. And the
So
structure, sorry, go ahead.
basically we took off the props. We took away the props because in
Because
life we don't have props. We are spontaneous in life, and anything that is available can be used for meditation. So we
and
took off the
we had,
music, the
sorry,
props.
yes,
Yeah.
we had
Yeah.
introduced the structures. They were not part of
Yes.
Osho's talks. They were not part of his proposal for these meditations. Of course, wherever he mentioned that music was part of the meditation, we use music. But mostly, music is not needed for these meditations. So it is a fresh look at meditations. There's a whole team that has created practice sheets, practice texts that we will be using. We will be looking at, experiencing how they work. And also, of course, very importantly, you have to find your own way to facilitate these meditations with your understanding that gets deeper and deeper with your understanding of the whole concept of these meditations. You will find your own way to facilitate. Most of you have done Omidaf. There is a very structure, what you say as a facilitator. There are facilitator points. You do this and you don't do that. Here it is slightly different because you need to experience the meditation yourself while you bring people into the meditation. We did a pilot training. We talked about what is a guided meditation? Does it exist? Um, and yes, in the normal life we talk about guided meditations, but basically we guide people until they are in the meditation. There's certainly guiding, yeah, and we will experiment with that. We will practice that in breakout rooms also. But once somebody is in the meditation, then the guiding stops. Yeah, then you're on your own in meditation. Because all these meditations are different, the guidings are all different. And the guidings are basically in the practice sheet out of um, enormous amount of uh, text or words that Osho has spoken about these meditations, 80 discourses of 1.5 hours. Um, so an immense task to somehow find what is essential for these meditations, what is necessary, and what we can leave out. And that is still a work in process. we'll be using we've chosen 21 meditations from the whole list of meditations that is already done, but that work is still in process, that more and more practice sheets will be available. So once you're a facilitator, once you've done this training, you'll have a certificate. You will be able to do groups with Book of Secret Meditations, and you will also be having the availability of these practice sheets.
And we are in the process of creating a handbook for quick references. So you will be also receiving the handbook by the end of this training or a few days after the training, because it's work in progress right now. So during the training, we will be doing breakout rooms, we'll be doing practice, we will be sharing meditations, we will be referring to the practice texts, of course. And then, as Sudhir said, we are going to get the completion certificates along with the handbooks. So that is what you will be receiving. And well, we have been saying this word OMIDAF. Many of you might not know this word.
Yes.
It's a short form for OSHO Active Meditation, In Depth, and Facilitation. So many of you, most of you here might have done this training and are facilitators already. So just wanted to make a note of that, that OMIDAF is a short form of that big thing, OSHO Active Meditation, In Depth, and Facilitation.
Yeah, and once you have done this training, you can do 2 or 3 day courses in with Osho Book of Secret Meditations. You can also, in your own work, integrate them, which is what happens a lot, I think. And you'll have the all these practice sheets that you can use. The main thing is to get your own feeling and experience of these meditations, because basically that is what you will be sharing. So the training will do 21, well, we hope that we'll do 21 of these meditations that will give you experiences to start off your courses with Book of Secret Meditations. But it's an ongoing process to go deeper into so many of these meditations. And Osho describes it as once you go into one to the very depth of it, the other one goes quicker and quicker, and slowly you understand where it all leads to, and they're all paths, different paths to the same experience, which is,
Yeah, please continue.
no, go ahead.
Okay. And it is experiential in nature, so that when we are doing it, there might be questions that arise. Why a particular technique is being shared like this? Oh, what might be behind it? What is the science behind it? What does it do? What is the benefit of it? So it gives a space for these curiosities to arise as you experience these meditations. And that gives us the opportunity to also, as facilitators, respond to questions when you're doing your own course. If someone is coming to you and you're offering a course with a particular meditation in mind, they might have questions, and you might want to answer that as precisely as Osho describes it. So that's why this course is not only theoretically, it's more experiential in nature, where we all are going to practice experience meditations, and also there is a space where there is a lot of curiosity and discovery.
Okay, so we have chosen a very not so small, it's not a small meditation, it's a huge meditation, but it's a small technique. And that is the nature of many of these meditations. It's a small technique, and through that small technique, you open the doors to huge experiences. And this small technique, I'll read it for you. I'll use the practice text as we also will get them in the training. And this is a practice text that is finished already. And the meditation is the sutra, the seed of this meditation technique is look at an object as if for the first time. So see as if for the first time a beauteous person or an ordinary object. And we will be doing this. And a few words from OSHO about this. This technique encourages you to look at things deeply and to be in the present moment. It invites you to see the beauty that surrounds you. Anything, even an ordinary object, becomes transformed when you look at it fresh with the eyes of a child. Then there's a description. The meditation has no fixed length. You can do this anytime, and the proposal is to do it all the time. The 10-minute outline that we will use works well for understanding and learning the method and to experience what it does. For 10 minutes, see as if for the first time. So we'll do that in this taster. For 10 minutes, start looking at an object close to you, anything, your hand, your shoes. Then relax and allow yourself to see this object as if for the first time. And feel your eyes fresh, like a child's. So choose an object around you. It can be a microphone or a watch or a mouse or a telephone or glasses. And look at it as if you see it for the first time, as if you've never seen it before. And Osho explains that anything will do. Look at your shoes. You've been using them for years, but look as if for the first time and see the difference. The quality of your consciousness suddenly changes. So keep on looking at the same object as if you see it for the first time. And again, Osho explains that this technique is just to make your eyes fresh. So fresh, alive, radiantly vital. And here's the point. So vital that they can move within, and you can have a look at your inner self. See as if for the first time. And look at it again and again, as if for the first time. And then gently close your eyes for a moment. Let them rest. And Osho says, make it a point to see everything as if for the first time. And sometimes suddenly, you will be surprised at what a beautiful world you have been missing. So you can do this technique for 10 minutes or few minutes to learn to do it, to get your experience with it. And then look at everything you pass as if for the first time. Make it a continuous attitude. Touch everything as if for the first time. And what will happen through this meditation, if you can do this, you will be freed from your past. The burden, the dust, the dirtiness, the accumulated experience, you will be freed from them. So it's moving from the past into the present moment. And in the present moment, you can go in. You can go into yourself and experience yourself. there was a couple visiting here yesterday with a baby, maybe a month old or so. And you could observe that this child was seeing everything for the first time. Big eyes, hand, and feeling when you touch his foot, feeling that tickling for the first time. Everything was fresh, new, and his big eyes were really like, wow, very beautiful to observe. And that really, you could see that a baby still looks like that. And sometimes giggles because it's a nice feeling, or it's a nice, what you see is beautiful, very very impacting. And this meditation invites you to look like that. And when everything is new, you come into the present. That baby is continuously in the present. There is no past yet. Nothing has accumulated yet. And through this technique, you can become again like that. And of course, when you are in the present, when there's no past, you become aware of yourself in the present.
And then you're not carrying the burden of the past. And you're light and you're spontaneous to whatever is available. And you're full of wonder and you're innocent. I see some people still have their eyes closed and slowly open their eyes, connecting here into the screen as if watching it for the first time.
Yeah?
Nice.
And look at all these faces as if for the first time. And some will look familiar already, but that is past. So that shift, because we are many familiar faces, and how to look as if for the first time. Yeah, it is an inner shift that you make to be in the present moment.
So, this is a small taste of one of the meditations. And, you know, Sudhir was also saying what it is doing and how it supports you and how things move with this meditation. And you are going to get a lot of insights in those practice texts that we will be sharing with you.